can see it in a mediation sometimes. So like I had a mediation last year where I had to stop it. So for professionally, if I see somebody, like in this case, it happened to be a woman, and she was like a deer in the headlights when it came to the financial pieces. And I could just see she didn't really understand the financial language of certain things. And for me, I can't do a mediation if both parties aren't similarly aware of even what's going on with the money. And I'm not saying he was abusive. I just think that's how they set up their relationship. And I said, I'm going to stop this here. I suggested that she go get some education and talk to somebody. And if they'd like to come back to me, I'm more than willing to come back and resume where we left off. But I couldn't move forward in that because it would have been disingenuous on my part and unprofessional to move forward when I can clearly see she just wanted to be fair. That's all she kept saying. I just wanted to be fair. But you don't even know what you're being fair with.
Exactly. And I was going to go into this later, so I'm so happy you brought it up on your own. I like to ask mediators, do you stop mediations? And when you do, why do you stop them? So when you said in this one particular example that it was very lopsided when the settlement was being dealt with, and you suggested she get education. Get education where? In that case, who did she need to talk to?
She needed to talk to a certified divorce financial analyst or planner. So it's a CDFA or a CDFP. It just depends on where you live. But It needs to be a certified divorce financial, because divorce laws are very different than just going to an accountant. That's not who you need to go to, because divorce laws are very different than just going to your local financial planner.
I'm so happy you brought this up, because a couple months ago, I interviewed a woman, Caroline Pack, out of Seattle, Washington, and she was a certified divorce financial analyst and planner. And that was the first time I had run into that credential. And so she was explaining to me what she did, and she was also explaining what I think you're referring to, and that is when we go to divide things. So we're a community property state in California, but there's an equitable division of asset states that are very similar to community property. And do you know what? You're in New Jersey, right? Or Connecticut?
I'm in Connecticut.
You're in Connecticut. Are you community or...
we're just 50-50, so it's just, equitable
division of assets. So what Caroline was saying, and the why I think what you're suggesting now is really important, a certified divorce financial analyst, and that is, you could be looking at the numbers on paper and thinking you're just slicing it in half and it's all good for everybody. And Caroline was saying, and I'm looking at you shaking your head, so I think I'm going in the right direction with you as well, the tax implications.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, I'm going to let you finish.
No, the tax implications are huge depending on how you slice I used to be a math teacher. So, my education I was a math teacher, but so it's how you slice that pie depending on how those assets are divided. And how you and then how you invest them is equally as important too. So I want somebody to also find people on how to invest those assets too. But how you slice that pie definitely matters.
Right. The result of each slice and how it pertains to your individual financial situation going forward really matters.